Hello, everybody, and welcome back to not the Chase McAndrew podcast, not the Chase and AJ podcast, but the extension of the Chase McAndrew podcast, the Chase and AJ show.
And don't forget
YouTube.
me.
Hi, Amanda. That's Amanda. That's what she looks like. That's AJ. I'm Chase. If you saw our video with Adam on the best horror remakes, this is what they do. Like when we're podcasting, I'm 100% sure this is how they do it, and this is how. Yeah, we're visually seeing them. I've seen them on FaceTime before do this shit,
Mhm.
but you guys
Yeah.
have seen this first time on video. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. So today
She's got her TikTok, so she's occupied.
that's cute. So today
Yeah,
we are
don't let me
we are
listen in on the
doing
headphones because I'm in trouble.
so today we are doing sci-fi horror movies. Couple movies I want to ask you about first before we get into
Okay.
the subject. They could or couldn't, or they can or can't be, or whatever.
Mhm.
The first one is the original Reanimator from 85, 86.
Is that with Barbara Crampton?
Yeah, and
With the head?
yeah. Would you consider that a sci-fi horror comedy?
Yeah, because it does have some sci-fi elements to it.
Yeah,
Like
I I
the
I,
talking head.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
absolutely.
You could maybe call it like a zombie movie too.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I call it whatever.
Yeah,
I think it's mostly like a
sci-fi
sci-fi
horror comedy.
sci-fi horror zombie, whatever.
Yeah. The original Predator.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
The technology the Predator uses.
yeah, but would you call that a horror movie?
No.
No. So
I
it's a
could
sci-fi action movie.
There are horror elements to
Yeah,
Predator.
yeah, for sure,
Absolutely.
for sure.
But I've never considered Alien. I consider a horror movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Alien was meant to be scary. Predator is more of like a
Sci-fi action. Yeah,
sci-fi action thriller, is what
yeah,
I call it.
yeah, for sure. How about speaking of Aliens, the second one?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
w
I would call it a sci-fi action horror film for sure.
absolutely. All
For
I'd
sure.
call all the aliens,
Yeah. How
even
about
the shitty ones.
How about Cabin in the Woods?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, sci-fi horror.
I just watched the movie during COVID for the first time.
Really, I really like that movie. That movie's
I
really
do
good.
too.
Movie's really good.
I think they released it on 4K.
How about Upgrade?
Yes,
You would call it a horror film, sci-fi horror film,
not horror, but
thriller,
sci-fi. Yes,
action,
thriller.
sci-fi action
Another
thriller.
great written and directed by Lee Winnell film.
Awesome film. Yeah, for sure. How about Blade, the original Wesley Snipes? Well, all three of them, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
horror.
Yeah.
Horror, not horror.
Horror.
The horror's in the closet.
Other...
That's our
What was
cat.
the last one I was going to ask you about? Have you seen the movie? There's two more I have. Have you seen the movie Spectral?
Never heard of it.
It's Netflix exclusive. I think it's Netflix exclusive. It's a sci-fi war action.
Is it good?
Pretty fun. Yeah, it's pretty good.
When did it come out?
2017, 2016,
Who's
2016.
in it besides
Do you know the guy in The Departed who we find out is the other mole, the guy who shoots, spoiler alert for that movie, the guy who shoots Leonardo DiCaprio in the head at the end of the movie, James Badge Dale, he's the main guy in that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really like the movie. I wouldn't call it a sci-fi horror film. I would call it more of a war action, a sci-fi war action movie, but it's a really fun movie. I absolutely would say to check that one out. And then my last one is Attack the Block. Have you ever seen that one?
Attack the Block?
Yeah, it's the first one that people really got to know John Bernthal, or not John Bernthal, John uh
Malkovich,
and fucking Finn from
Boyega.
John Boyega. It's a bunch of British kids in there taking on aliens. I don't know if I would call this a horror film, but it's definitely a sci-fi like action.
Mhm.
It's really fun. I'd highly recommend that one too.
Okay.
So besides that, that's all I got for that side. Give me one that you really like. Besides Alien, because we already talked about it, but what we'll bring
The
up
first
soon.
Terminator.
First Terminator. Oh, that's another one. Terminator 2. Do you find that one a horror film? Sci-fi
Not a horror
action?
film, but
Sci-fi
definitely
action?
action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. The original Terminator is,
A slasher film.
yeah, it's a sci-fi action slasher for sure. For
Thinking
sure.
what
I
else.
completely agree. I
What
think
about
it's a great
RoboCop?
sci-fi action. I
Yeah.
wouldn't call it a horror, but sci-fi action for sure. It has some horror elements with when the dude gets in the toxic waste and everything. That's horror-ish, but
Well, when Alex
sci-fi
blows
action
up,
for sure. Yeah, that too. But yeah, I would call it a sci-fi action. Just really fucking bloody.
Oh.
But no, the original
Peter Weller
Terminator,
does a great job as
great
RoboCop.
movie. Yeah, he's great in the movie.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, the first Terminator, I would definitely call that a.
Jason
Um,
X.
speaking of that,
We gotta talk about it.
I pulled
I'm
it out
so-
just for you, bud. No,
I
I
just got sneezed on again. It's okay. I'm used to that.
nice. No, I really like Jason X. I know you don't. It's my guilty pleasure of the franchise. It's a terrible movie, but it's really really good.
God awful movie.
I love it. I love it so
The
bad.
score is, oh, the score is really bad.
Let me do two others for you
Sure.
here. Let me give you two others. You know what? No, I'll give you three.
What about AVP?
Oh, I found the duck.
The
Sci-fi
second one I
action.
consider more horror.
Yeah, but it's also dog shit. You can't tell what's going on in that movie.
That is true.
Here's three others that I forgot about.
Okay. Ooh. I don't consider it sci-fi though.
Yeah, I don't either. I think it's straight creature
Horror.
horror. Yeah,
Yeah. Was it all the Lon Chaney movies?
it's the one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know if you can see that or not, but
Need
it's
a
it
skeleton.
says all seven of them right there.
Good.
No. How about this one?
Yeah, because he goes invisible, literally.
Yeah. I wouldn't. Yeah, I consider this one more of a.
Oh, Lee Winnell's Invisible Man.
Oh, for sure. If it's not a horror film,
It's
it's
listed
a
in horror.
thriller film for sure. It's a sci-fi thriller film for sure, but not horror. But yeah, I would consider it horror for sure. It's got some horror elements.
I still yet to see it.
Oh, that's right. You've never seen this one.
Is there only one of them?
No, there's three.
Are they good?
Never seen the other two, just the original.
Okay.
But I would consider it sci-fi. I don't know if I'd call it horror, maybe thriller, but definitely
I
sci-fi.
considered it horror just because it was with the Universal horror monsters.
Yeah. And then my last one here is pretty obvious.
Oh, hands down.
He makes a creature, and that's sci-fi for sure. For
Van
sure,
Helsing.
it's almost fantasy, almost.
Van
Yeah,
Helsing.
I would consider
Yeah.
that. You talk about the Hugh Jackman one from like 04. That what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
that's the only one that I know.
Yeah, I would call that like sci-fi steampunk, maybe. For sure. For
It's
sure.
got horror elements in it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's got for sure.
What about The Mummy?
I don't know if it's sci-fi, but it's definitely horror, especially for that time. I didn't pull it out of my little box that I got.
Oh no, I'm talking about the Brendan Fraser one.
You got that.
No, I call those like adventure horror, if you will. By the way, look at this fucking beautiful thing.
Oh man.
The booklet that came with this thing. Fucking awesome. By the way, did you know that the original Phantom of the Opera is on Tubi?
Really?
Yeah,
My God.
Like the black and white one?
yeah, the Lon Chaney one, the original.
God, it's been years since I've seen that one.
I've never seen it. Still,
Really?
yeah, I'm gonna watch that the next couple
It's
days.
actually pretty good.
I know.
It
I've
has
never
its
heard.
weird, quirky things, but it's for whenever what year what was it 20, 30,
25, yeah, 20,
25,
25.
whenever it came out, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah. So what about the movie that we talked about in our horror remakes thing? The Thing. I don't have it with me right now, but John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh, hands down,
It's
sci-fi
an alien
horror.
horror film for sure. For sure. We talked about
Anything alien.
how about The Fly? We also talked about that
Yes,
one. Sci-fi. You ever seen Scanners? No, that's a good one. That's
I've heard of it.
a really
I've
good
seen the
sci-fi.
Society.
Society. That's a good one. What's the one?
Fucked up.
What's the Body Snatchers one? Invasion of the Body
Invasion of the Body
Snatchers.
Snatchers.
74. I definitely call that a
I've
sci-fi
seen.
horror film. Sure.
I've seen. I haven't seen that one, but I saw. What about Close Encounters with the Third Kind?
I would say that's more of a sci-fi than a sci-fi horror, but it's still aces. Still a great movie. Have you ever seen
E.T.
E.T.? But that's not sci-fi horror. That's just
That is
sci-fi.
true.
How about have you ever seen Event Horizon?
Isn't that Paul W.S.
Paul
Anderson?
W. Sanderson, probably my favorite of his films for sure.
That like his only good film.
Pretty much. Pretty much. First AVP, it's pretty good, but yeah,
The
pretty much.
AVP's okay.
It's better than the second one.
Anything's
It's
better than the
second.
second one. The shit I take is better than the second one. The Predator is better than the second one.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think yeah.
At least in the Predator you can see stuff.
Yeah. Have you ever seen They Live? 80, what, 86, 87, 88? John Carpenter one with Roddy
Mm,
Piper, R.I.P.
no, I have not.
No, it's really good. I would consider that more of a
Have you
straight
seen
sci.
What about Night of the Creeps?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I gotta watch that. I know Night of the Creeps is just pretty much the same thing as Monster Squad.
Yeah,
Monster Squad took elements from Night of the Creeps.
yeah, maybe, possibly. That's a
Humanoids
good
from the
one.
Deep?
Sci-fi horror, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
How about I don't I know you don't like the I consider the first one more of a monster film,
okay.
but
Godzilla?
how about 10 Cloverfield Lane, the second one, the
I
third one?
haven't seen it.
Pretty good. It's pretty decent. I would call it a sci-fi thriller more than anything, but it's pretty
Hmm.
good. Um,
What
uh,
about Godzilla? First one.
a monster
Gojira?
or a kaiju. I wouldn't call it sci-fi horror. I'd call it more of a kaiju or a monster film for sure.
Hellboy?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, all three of them have
Did you see the David Harbour one?
no, no, refused,
I heard it was god awful.
refused, straight out.
I heard the
Confused.
director didn't like any the director said that movie was not his movie at all.
No, it's a terrible movie. Have you ever seen the movie Species?
Which one?
First one, the only good one.
With Natasha Hutcherson?
Yeah, I think that's who it is, right? Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen it.
she's hot in that movie. Just gonna say it, she's hot in that movie.
I haven't seen the movie in years. I vaguely remember. I remember,
Yeah,
wasn't she like killing men?
yeah, I like
Have
the
you
first.
seen have you
It's
seen
the only good one.
Decoys?
Decoys, no, I've not.
It's about like these aliens that dress up like they describe themselves as women, they kill men. They like want to be impregnated and stuff like that. And it's fucked up. It's a creepy
Kind of
movie.
reminds me. I'd call it a horror film, but what's someone Scarlett Johansson
Under the
uh,
skin.
under skin?
That's a fucking weird movie.
I don't know if I'd call it horror, but it's definitely a sci-fi thriller,
It's
like
weird.
a psychological fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really. I agree. It's a very weird movie for sure. How
Especially
about
for her.
yeah? How about 28 weeks and days later? Those
Yeah.
two movies, I would call them sci-fi horror for sure. For sure.
What about Barbarian? Speaking of
No, No, I would call it straight horror,
What?
like monster
Hey.
movie
Right.
type horror. Yeah, for sure. How about Slither?
I want to be a stay-at-home.
James Gunn's
No.
first.
Slither.
I
No.
consider that a sci-fi horror.
Absolutely.
I would
Okay.
consider that one a sci-fi horror film.
Don't come with me.
It's so funny to see.
Slither, absolutely.
What's that one with Rebecca Ferguson and
Life?
Life, Ryan Reynolds and Jake
I haven't seen
Gyllenhaal?
it.
I would call that a sci-fi horror film. What
Blade
was
Runner
that?
2049?
Sci-fi, straight sci-fi. Um, what's that one? Found footage. I've sadly seen it.
Blair Witch.
Apollo, no, Apollo.
13. 12.
No, not the Tom Hanks one.
No. Apollo, like,
17,
yeah, something like that.
18,
Yeah.
something like that, whichever
Apollo
one.
18, I think it's called.
Yeah, it is. I would just call it I would call it maybe a sci-fi horror. Yeah, it's okay. No, it's I'm not a big found footage guy.
Neither am I. Like,
Have you
I'm one of the very few people that actually thought the Blair Witch Project was really boring.
It's very boring. Very boring.
I was
saw
like,
that.
this is what everyone thought was
I
scary
saw
as
that
fuck.
movie years after it came out, years after it had been spoiled, and not that good.
Was not impressed.
No.
Hansel Gretel Witch Hunters.
More fantasy because it's dealing with like witches and stuff.
Okay.
Like it's like steampunk fantasy action. Yeah. Have you ever seen the movie Cube?
No.
From the late 90s, 97?
Mhm.
That's a fucking weird movie. You got to see that movie, bro.
Who directed it?
Vincenzo Natali. It's an American film, but he's Italian, I believe. It's such a bizarre movie, man. You just gotta see it. I don't think you. I don't think you're gonna like it, but I would definitely.
Okay.
I would
You
definitely
don't think I'll
check
like
it
it?
out. I don't think you will. What's another one that we could look up that's not on?
Prometheus, an Alien Covenant.
Yeah, definitely sci-fi horror. Definitely leaning more towards the alien thing for that. What's your feelings on those movies? You don't like them,
Prometheus?
and
Prometheus
the-
and Alien Covenant. I hate them both. I think they're garbage films.
how about the Resident Evil films? The first
Yeah, but
batch.
they're all garbage.
Yeah, but what would you say? Would you say they're sci-fi
think-
action horror?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about Us, the Jordan Peele movie?
I guess.
It's a little sci-fi.
What
Or
about Nope? God, that was such a bad
I would
movie.
say like straight sci-fi. I wouldn't sci-fi thriller maybe. I wouldn't call it a horror film. Sci-fi thriller for sure.
God, that's so fucking boring.
What's the one that I was looking up today? It's kind of like Event Horizon and Life. Not Annihilation, but that's a good movie. I like Annihilation.
What about Ex Machina? I haven't seen it, but it's on my list.
Great sci-fi. I would just call it straight
Alex Garland
sci-fi.
did that, right?
Yeah, Alex Garland. I would call
Annihilation is
that
really good.
Annihilation very, very good. What's that one with let me look and think. Let's see if I can find it here.
Pan's
Pandorum.
Labyrinth?
No, Pandorum. Have you ever seen that one?
No.
Not very good, but I kind of enjoyed it. It has Dennis Quaid and Ben Foster.
What about?
From like 2009. It's astronauts, they wake up in a hypersleep chamber with no memory and they got to find out what the fuck's going on.
Thought of something.
It's not bad. What's up?
Daybreakers.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Vampire horror or
What about I Am
Vampires.
Legend?
Is it a horror movie?
It's more of a thriller.
More
I
of a
don't think it's a
sci-fi
good movie at
thriller.
all, but
I like it. I don't like the ending. I think the ending is a little
the ending's really stupid.
yeah.
They're supposed to make a sequel.
Yeah, and Will Smith is coming back for some reason.
Apparently, I heard he was a side character now.
Oh, good.
Now,
he
Michael
can't
B.
wait.
Jordan apparently is the new character, and he's a side character
Of course he is. You
because
haven't
of
seen it. I don't think you saw this one, but Oxygen, the one that we talked about, the Alexander
Aja.
movie,
Aja.
Aja movie that we were talking about.
Aha.
Aja. I would say it's maybe straight sci-fi thriller. Wouldn't call it a horror film.
hmm
Um, but yeah, man, there's a bunch of good
Got one for
sci-fi.
you.
Huh?
Leprechaun goes to space.
I've never seen any of
I've
them.
only seen the first two, and I
Never
refuse to
seen
watch.
any of them. I
I
don't
lost.
care.
I lost 2 hours of my brain cells that I'll never get back.
How about this one? This one is Can you read it?
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. They're
Yeah,
doing a sequel.
I know they are. Would you call that a sci-fi horror?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
Um, you've seen it, right?
Oh yeah, it's been a couple years, but I really
I
like
watched
that
it
movie. It's fun.
years ago.
Yeah.
COVID.
What's another one I was?
Ooh, Lloyd Kaufman's Nuke 'Em High movie.
Yeah, yeah. You could definitely say
Return to Nuke
that's
'Em High
yeah. You can definitely
with
say
the
that
two. That's the one with
that's
the two
more
lesbians, right? And the
yeah,
and the duck.
yeah.
That's a weird fucking movie.
Very weird fucking movie. How about Bird Box, the one that Sandra Bullock did?
Never saw it.
It's definitely sci-fi. Is it horror though? I don't
Babe,
know.
babe,
Hmm.
would you consider Bird Box a horror movie?
I mean, I watched it with my eyes closed.
That sounds about right. Did you really? Why?
Ooh, here's a good one. Here's a good one. A Quiet Place.
Ooh, A Quiet Place. I
Sci-fi.
definitely you consider that horror, right, babe?
Post-apocalyptic horror for sure.
Post-apocalyptic horror.
For sure. Sci-fi for sure.
Post-apocalyptic horror.
Yeah.
Apocalyptic horror for sure. That's sci-fi for sure. For sure. Yeah,
Zombieland?
more zombie horror or just straight zombie. It could be maybe sci-fi because zombies are kind of sci-fi, but yeah, no, I would post-apocalyptic. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't.
Here's one. Transformers. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's sci-fi action
Yeah.
for sure.
Um,
Oh yeah,
District
yeah.
9.
Sci-fi action. Yeah, see Apollo 18. Yeah, yeah. It's not a good movie. I didn't like it.
I remember seeing the trailer. It looked stupid as fuck.
Yeah, that's what happens. Bunches. Seriously, like once I find out that a movie, regardless of the genre, is found footage, I lose interest in it. There's only two
There's
movies that come off the top of my head. They're not horror films, but or one of the horror film, and one of them is more of a superhero.
Chronicle.
Chronicles, one of them that I actually liked. Then the other one's
Chronicle's very interesting.
it's a really good movie. And the other one for me is the fan film Never Hike Alone.
Yeah.
That's found
Would
footage.
you could what about had it.
How about this one? Signs.
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan. I would say that's
M. Night
sci-fi horror.
Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
He's a hit or miss for me, to be honest.
He's always been hit or miss for me ever since Signs.
Hello.
How about your favorite movie that you love so much that you do the voice from?
God, Splice.
I consider that.
You just wanted me to do it.
No. I
I'll
just saw
I'll hit you with that. Don't worry. You'll get it
it.
at random moments.
I would agree it's sci-fi horror for sure.
Like if we had a thing where it's like, we weren't allowed to talk, I would totally make you talk.
How about
Never
this
mind.
one?
What?
Would you call it a horror film though?
Ooh,
Or would you call that a sci-fi thriller?
sci-fi thriller.
Sci-fi thriller. I agree. I agree. I agree for sure. You ever seen this one? Came out in like 2008, 2009. It's not a Paul W.S. Anderson, but it was
I have seen that.
the fourth kind. I don't remember it at all. I don't remember that movie at all.
Yeah, that was. I don't even
Did
remember.
you see this one? Did you see this one? Came out late last year, or early this
I
year.
just watched that last month.
Horror film? I haven't seen it.
No, it was utterly so boring.
So what? Sci-fi action?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I watched it this month. It's pretty bad.
yeah,
And it sucks because it was the writers of A Quiet Place.
yeah, yeah. Of the first one, yeah, because Krasinski, I think, did the other one by himself. I think.
Yeah, Krasinski wrote and directed it.
Yeah. What's this one? Have I seen this one? Seems familiar. Motherfucker. Have you ever seen the movie? It's not being nice. Mimic in the late '90s.
Remind me what it's about.
I don't remember. I haven't seen it in a while. If I even have seen it at all. The title is it.
No, I don't think so. I'm thinking of probably. I think I'm thinking of something different.
Ooh, here's a good one.
So,
I don't know if I call it a horror film though. Super 8.
you want to know my opinion on that movie?
You don't like it?
No.
It's fine. I liked it more when it came out, but as time's gone on, I'm like, it's okay. Have you ever seen this movie from the late
Stop it.
They did a lot of sci-fi horror movies in the late '90s.
I've seen that.
What is it?
Sphere,
Sphere?
Movie.
Dustin Hoffman, Sharon
Sphere?
Stone, and
Sphere?
Sphere, like
Have
around
you seen
Wallace
Sphere?
Street.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. No, you haven't.
Yeah.
What's it about?
Circles.
Go on your TikTok,
You
babe.
gotta admit that was pretty good.
Fucking awesome.
This is gonna be on YouTube, babe.
How about this one?
Yeah, it's a good one. That's
No, that
action.
movie was
Yeah,
cool.
I
You
call it like
haven't seen it.
I
Shut
call it
up.
like a monster action movie for sure.
That one's all about rocks.
For sure.
Lay down.
The hardest rock of them all is in
What about Lake Placid?
You know what else is
Is it
flaccid?
sci-fi though?
It's Lake Placid.
Is it sci-fi though?
Disney.
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I would say horror film, not sci-fi. I don't know.
What
The
about the
ending's
Meg?
amazing though.
Circles.
I haven't seen either of them, but no. How about this one? Have you ever seen this movie
No.
I've seen
with
that.
Cillian Murphy? It's just right
Oh,
after
no, you haven't.
right after Danny Boyle did
People
28
in
Days
the
Later.
YouTube reverse in your abuse.
The hell is this thing? Never seen this movie. Never heard of it. How about the first Anaconda?
Besides it being a shit film,
Yeah,
the only thing that's good about that thing is the snake.
you're not wrong.
Anaconda.
Yeah, how'd you know that?
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
How'd you know we were talking about Anaconda?
I don't know.
She's hacked into the. How about War of the Worlds, the Tom Cruise one?
Besides it being a movie, I just don't like Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that one. No,
Steven Spielberg did that, didn't he?
yeah. I'll call it sci-fi action, sci-fi invasion. Maybe
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it a horror.
What about Planet of the Apes?
I hate that movie.
Which one?
All of the above.
the ones?
Watched it in high school.
You
No,
like? What about the ones by Matt Reeves?
I would call them action.
That's War and Dawn.
I would call them action, sci-fi action for sure.
You seen War and Dawn?
Seen all three.
Which one's your favorite?
Second one, not Dawn.
Dawn.
I think that way. I can see if you switch the titles of the last two, I would like the third one a lot more.
The third one for me was kind of like,
It was really boring. It's called War of the Planet of the Apes. So I was
Yeah.
looking for more, and
I liked Rise too. Rise was pretty good.
Rise is the second best of that trilogy. I
War for
expected
me,
nothing for that movie, and I
you
love
could
it. I
kind
love
of
Rise.
tell Matt Reeves was kind of tired
I
in a
just don't.
way.
Again, I don't quite think if you flip the names,
Yep.
if you make
I
Dawn,
really liked Dawn a lot. Dawn was
if you
really
make
good
Dawn War of the Planet of the Apes and make
because it made more sense because
yeah
they were at war with each other. In
yeah
the third one, it was humans.
yeah it's Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. So for
Yeah.
me, yeah, you.
You weren't
But yeah,
surprised when Caesar died, right?
I didn't like how he dies like that. Like it.
But he dies of old age though.
Yeah, but it just I don't know.
I agree. It just was like all of a
I
sudden.
saw the movie. I've seen the movie twice. I didn't see it in theaters back
I've
in the
seen
day.
both of them. I saw Dawn in theaters.
I only saw the first two in theaters. I didn't have time to see the third one. I'm one of the reasons why it didn't do as well. Um,
What do you mean
oh,
you're one of the reasons
here's
why
a good one. It didn't do as well as
Because
the
he
first
wrote
two.
the
Here's
created and
here's
did
this
that
one
show
for you.
for a minute.
Okay.
Halloween 3. Call that a sci-fi or supernatural?
Supernatural.
Yeah, I could see it being sci-fi, but I would go personally. I would go supernatural myself. I think
What
I have
about
to agree.
iRobot?
Sci-fi action
Yeah.
for sure. Sci-fi action. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I just want to talk about some good sci-fi horror movies.
There's got to be Underworld.
Supernatural fantasy horror. Supernatural fantasy horror, yeah, for sure. Really fun, really fun. At least the first two were fun.
You
And
don't like
and the
three?
and the and the and the prequel's good too. Prequel's good too.
Honestly, I like them all. Just I have a fun time with them.
Really, even the fourth and fifth one.
I just want to see killing. That's all I care about.
That's true.
I- Again, look, are the stories good for 4 and 5? Absolutely not. But is the killing good? Yeah.
Yeah, they're fine. Yeah. So yeah, that's about all I wanted to talk about. Good sci-fi
Ooh, wait,
horror.
hold up. Um, oh, come on. I just had it
Who's in it?
back. I don't remember. The Happening.
Post-apocalyptic comedy.
Yeah.
That is the funniest unintentionally funny movie I've ever seen in my
I heard
life.
it's like M. Night Shyamalan's worst film besides Last
Oh,
Airbender.
dude, it's bad. It's so goddamn funny.
I still have to watch it, but
You have to watch it.
I've seen
We
parts of
we
it.
gotta review it on here
Okay.
or the
One,
podcast because it is so fucking funny.
let me see where
I think it's on
second.
Hulu or Paramount Plus. I could be wrong, but I know we looked it up a while back. Dude, it's so fucking funny. Mark Wahlberg in that movie, dude. Oh my god, it is so bad. Fucking Zoe Deschanel in that movie. It's on Amazon, it's on Vudu, Apple TV, Google Play, and YouTube. Not on any regular streaming services right now except for Vudu. Dude, you have to watch that. We have to review it at some point. Get the fuck off my
we
leg.
should review The Crazies.
We should. We should get
I
Adam.
know we
to
talked
review that.
about it on the
Yeah, we need to get Adam to review that one. Would you call
John
that
Wick.
sci-fi?
John Wick 5 update confirms Keanu Reeves' stance on sequel after John Wick 4's major success.
Interesting. Yeah. All right, everybody, that's pretty much it. That's all
All
I
right.
wanted to really talk about. So I just wanted to come on here and talk about some good sci-fi horror. Give me your top three really quick.
Alien, Predator, and probably Terminator.
That's a good one. I'm gonna leave these movies out of it because these would probably be my top two, or at least two of them in my top five. I'm gonna
Those are
go.
definitely my honorable mentions,
Yeah,
100%.
they're probably the
I'd
first
also
two.
give another honorable mention to go to Slither.
Yep, I would probably have to go. Of course, I just made a list here: Alien, Terminator, Alien, Terminator, The Thing,
That too.
The Fly, Reanimator.
Hmm.
Reanimator. That
Good
movie's
one.
just fun as shit. I love that movie. So yeah, that's it. And then Scanners and Slithers probably, and by honorable mentions there. So yeah, that's my top
He
five.
just said
Besides
that
these,
what is it, Stelhesky?
Chad
Chad?
Stahelski or Stahelski,
Chad
Stahelski.
Stahelski said if you'd ask Keanu right now, right away, he'd be like, fuck yeah, for John Wick 5.
All
Then he'd
right,
look at you and
everybody.
go, well, what is it? That too. So, all right.
All right,
I'll talk to
everybody.
you later, bud.
We out.
Bye.
Peace. Bye.